Live. All right, so what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. Cool, yeah. So today we're gonna be making some dubstep again, and just hanging out, just like whatever. Doesn't matter, We're gonna make something pretty cool. We could use guitar. We could just mess around, It doesn't. I'm not here to make something boring, Not here to bore you guys. We'll make it whatever y'all want this to be, I guess. Okay. I kind of want to pick up my guitar, but I know it's not something I've done successfully on the stream. So I think what I'm gonna do instead is just start producing a track, just whatever it is. Again, I don't feel the need to show off or anything like that. It's just like if I'm gonna show you guys some tricks. If y'all have questions, please shoot them. I mean, I'm here for that. So yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with some drums, just something to jam out to. And as many of you, I go splice shopping sometimes. I go do my errands at the grocery store splice, and get some samples. It's nice to be able to pick and choose the things you like. So, all right, feeling something like that. It'll be a little bit trappy. I'm feeling a trappy vibe today. And what's nice is I actually recently organized all my samples. And okay, so the reason for doing that is that you have your favorite samples at the top, right? And then if you want to dig in a little more, you can go in your folders. But just the idea is like, okay, here's all my favorite samples that are like 3 clicks away. And then not a bunch of crappy samples. You don't want to go through and like listen to like 50 in a row. Like, screw that. So yeah, I could deal with that. That's another one. Those are some alternatives. So I'll start off with that. And maybe a secondary one. Kind of like. Yeah, this one is nice. So I'll actually put it here. So the nice thing here is that I'm using my keyboard, right? I use my keyboard. I don't have a MIDI keyboard connected like most of the time. Just if you need to bang out a beat real quick, like connecting the keyboard is just it's just a flow killer, So I just tend to use my keyboard. And if I could show it to you guys, like here it is. So this guy is a SteelSeries, Apex 150. It's actually nice. So I've had good experiences with SteelSeries so far. My old headphones on the live stream used to be SteelSeries. There were these white headphones, and the thing is they broke. So I didn't treat them the best, to be fair. But they did end up breaking. Like one ear ended up getting unglued. So it's just like crap, And the thing is, they weren't cheap either, right? They were like $250, so Canadian. So all right, let's get a clap. So one thing I've noticed in some old Skrill music is typically he would use just regular non-processed claps as layers. And this for example, this is good. And however, when a clap needed to stand out, he would use bam, a processed clap, right? So something like that, What's up, Ofek Biz? Welcome to the stream. Hey, Ofek, are you? Hold on. Yeah. So I'm just curious. Are you the guy on Twitter? No, maybe not. My bad. There's a guy on Twitter that I keep talking to. I think it's this guy here, and like I don't know, like I don't think he's ever shown up on a stream. But yeah, just we have interesting conversations on Twitter. I'm just like, who is this guy, basically, you know? But yeah, how's everybody doing? We're going through some samples, you know, talking about how to get some nice samples, what samples to use, and etc. etc. All right. So yeah, there you go. Now we have these guys handy. I mean, if you want to go and make a full drum kit, then obviously you're gonna have to get all these elements here. So we got kick, snare, clap. This fills, not necessarily. Hats, definitely. Cymbals, rides, toms. So next thing up here, I'm just going up like one key at a time. No, it's not me. All right. What's going on, Mitch 2003 TV? Welcome to the stream. Yeah. All right, so these are not too processed, so kind of nice. I haven't organized my toms that well, so I can't be too picky about this. I'm gonna go right here. Just whatever comes up, basically. Out of a lack of organization. Like, oh, hey, I like that one. Maybe I could move these guys over. These sound very similar, actually. These are just more processed, which is kind of nice. All right. Okay, so this is where the hat would go. So the other thing, guys, is I'm not positioning. Oh my gosh. You guys can't even see because my face is blocking it. Hold on. This is what I'm doing, guys. I'm actually in a drum rack. What? Oh my gosh. This is embarrassing. Okay, do you guys see kind of what I'm doing here? Okay, I'll just leave it like that until I'm done with the drum rack, okay? For you guys' sake. So yeah, we're picking samples, but check this out. So I'm actually using the standard MIDI notes for the designed like samples. So for example, C on a keyboard. Let's try to pull something out. So education purposes, in case there's some YouTube copyright BS. Drum standard MIDI notes. Let's see if we can get a diagram. Okay, here we go. This is pretty much it. General MIDI here from easysounds.com. Okay, kick is on C. Snare is on... Oh, sorry. Kick is on C. Snare's on D. You can have a snare or a clap on this guy. I always have a clap here. I usually have a secondary snare or a rim shot. This is sort of subjective. You can, move him around, but just as a standard, kick here, snare here, toms here, hat, open hat. This is more typically a pedal hat or something like that. Crash, yep, ride. And like again, you can sort of break the rule, but just as a general, have the basic stuff in its place if you want to perform it, or if you want other people to perform it, basically. All right, so yeah, let's just keep going a little bit here. And so here is where the hat would go. So typically I'd have closed hat here. Something, usually an 808 if it's trap, and hold on, okay, so I have these sort of custom folder from Splice, and I got this hat. It says FM. Oh, yeah, this is not bad. Come on. Yeah, again, I'm not organized enough here, so alright, we're gonna have to pick something else. This is actually kind of cool. So I'll put this on my pedal hat, this guy. Okay, this is not bad actually. I like this guy. Okay. Now I can go do stuff like that. And this guy's a little bit too long, but that's... I can just shorten it here. Something like that. Maybe I'll even mix them up, because I kind of prefer that. That's kind of cool, actually. Cool, yeah, hey, let's do something with that. I'm not fast enough. I'm too much of a turtle to play that at 150, so... Ah! That was awful. My coordination is just not the best today. There you go. Then we could add a hat somewhere there. Yeah, I'll keep the hat off the snare there. Does this feel like a a Dubstep tutorial yet, or what? You know what? I think the thing that's most valuable about the Dubstep tutorials is just the inspiration I get from watching the dude trying to come up with a beat, to be honest. Hey, guess what? I'm back. There you go. Alright, let's do something more like... Yeah, we're gonna have this guy like on an off beat, basically. Yeah, let's do that. What's up, Ibril? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, Edward, as well. Hey, VayHoz, how are you? I'm good, thanks. Nah, I'm just watching this. Chill. Awesome. Alright, I'm gonna... So this is kind of a shuffle here. Alright, so let's hear that. Just loop the guy. Maybe a little bit less volume here. Alright, so I'm digging that. Alright. Got an idea here. So, okay. Here's a trick, guys. So if you guys use... Alright, there's a few companies that do this, okay? So they'll force you to have their entire plugin library in your plugins folder. So in Ableton, it's easy. FL Studio as well. So check this out. You just use these collections to favorite your go-to plugins. So easy, right? So you just bypass the whole having to go through every plugin from every company. Just ridiculous. Like Universal Audio, for example. IK Multimedia does that too. I don't know. I can't name any others. I can't think of any, but you know what I'm talking about. So it's just really annoying. Plus, you don't have to do like a custom folder and move. It's just the easiest way to manage your plugins. And then FL has its own way. So, all right. So I'm gonna get a sub in here. Also, do you guys like that I sort of slowed down a little bit, like my production? Because, I find it's better like that. There's more of a flow. Take it slower. We could talk a bit. There's space for questions and like dialogue. Not just like, hey, just watch me make a song. Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't I just make my own song? So. Rocking the coffee. Anybody else rocking a coffee at this time? Alright, I'm just going to get a sub in here. You know what? I'm not gonna search for a sub. This is very basic. All right. And okay, I can't. There you go. Do you think that Serum 2 will exist? I don't actually. So the reason is that Serum is just a one of a kind. Like people have been trying to make a new Serum ever since it came out. Like every company created their wavetable synth. So if your question is, will there be like another Serum wavetable synth? Probably not. If there is, it'll be extremely different. You know, Serum is more like the game changer type of thing more than it's just like, you know, just a wavetable synth. It's like, you know, that's what I think. Do you think there will be a Serum 2? What's up, VayHoz with the beard? Yeah, with the little scruff. Yeah, been trying to grow that since I was like 7. Okay, so there's a buddy of mine that's creates hip hop and creates music, right? So he's actually pretty cool. Like he's a charismatic guy. Like he makes music videos. That is awesome. That is just sick, you know. And he actually got lots of views. But so this guy created a song, and the sub is so low that you can't even hear it in most systems, and it's like almost embarrassing that, you know, like I was listening to it in my car, or in my girlfriend's car, sorry, and you know you just couldn't hear the sub, and you can only hear the second harmonic off of it. So just be careful, like, you know, you don't. There's a reason why people stick to F and don't go too much lower. Like, so this is why there's a saying. Sorry. What's the saying? Yeah, don't break the rule unless you understand why it's there, right? So it's good, you know, it's good to be rebellious, creative, and like break shit, do things that wasn't intended, let's say, or do unconventional stuff as your style, but you gotta be careful that it just doesn't make a big mess, you know? Yo, I like that. That's so. That shuffle is better than I could come up with intentionally. Okay. Okay. But yeah, hey, if you're wondering if Steve Duda is gonna do anything else, like absolutely. I highly suggest, if you want some to learn about music stuff, to listen to Steve Duda talk. That dude, like, so he had a Pyramid appearance, sort of. He spoke at a Pyramid conference. He spoke at Ableton Live 2018, Ableton Loop. So that guy is just a treasure. Like, you know, you just listen to the guy and it's amazing. So you just learn so much. But yeah, so the guy is working on some new stuff. And I can't say it any better than he did. So he announced that he's working on some new ideas. So here's the thing. You don't want to, like, just be another McDonald's, you know, like, it's like you don't want to be another burger place. You know, you need something special. So, I don't know, you don't want to, like, reinvent. And I'm the same way, you know, I don't want to, like, just create another crappy Serum song, like a crappy Serum sample pack demo. You know, no one needs that. So and you know, why would you promote that? Like, why would you want people to listen to that? It's like, you know, people just gotta chill out, you know? It's like, it's okay if you're not a superstar on day one, because you're not, like, your music isn't amazing just out of the womb, you know? So you just gotta work at it a bit, chill out, you know? Would you say dubstep has to be in a minor scale? Sometimes I find F major also fits my idea. Um, so the thing is, depends. I think you can pull it off. I think Spaghetti the producer has done stuff in the major scale that sounded amazing. But yeah, I think you have to be careful. Like if you Google VayHoz golf live stream, I think that's like a mix. It's me trying to make a song and a dubstep song in a major scale, and it's as cringy as it sounds, you know. So I don't know. I think you got to be careful. Also, if you want to be cool, then typically the rule has been in dubstep no chords, right? That's the rule. So this is true of the Never Say Die people, you know? There's just no chords. It's all bass, right? So if you want to be cool, maybe not so much the major. If you want to be unique, maybe. You know, have a go at it. Yeah, Steve Duda, so that guy is the creator of Serum. So he programmed like most of it. So yeah, it's just amazing. And he's the owner of X for Records along with Deadmau5. Deadmau5? Damn, VayHoz, it's been a while. What's up, Rene? You still in music uni? No. I've actually went to computer uni, and so now I'm working in IT. So, you know, it's funny. It works hand in hand with dubstep, you know? Machine music, basically. I actually want to yoink here. This is totally... Wait a sec. This is Devil's Den. Yeah. I'm gonna do... This is like a straight up oi. I love yois so much. That's the button I keep pressing. It's page end. That button should never have existed. Or not right there, at least. A creator of something that everyone uses daily. Wow, yeah, it's amazing. I don't use those, I watch. I just watch. Okay, interesting. Yes, that's what I thought. Alright. I'm gonna shorten that note a bit. Did you guys see the Skrillex live stream yet? So he live streamed like 2-3 weeks ago. It's awesome, you know. It's so nice to see freaking Skrillex live streaming, like producing, you know. In his own words, he's more boring than people think while producing. You know. Surprise, surprise. He's a human, you know. He poops in the toilet just like us mortals. So yeah. I want to do like a pew 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 dubstep drop trap. Now this is gonna conflict with the bass line though. Can we do a yoink? Would that be cool? Trap, yoink trap, sure. Okay. We're gonna try to do a yoink. So there's two ways that I kind of know of doing this. There's a million ways you could approach a yoink, to be honest. I feel the pressure's on. Okay, so let's give it a shot like this. Do you do reviews of the songs of your subs? Occasionally, but just on a separate stream though. All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to do like the purple Lamborghini young. Nope. That is something else. That I feel like it's a bunch of FM, so I need to try a bunch of arrays. Just need to like, you know, bang out all the possibilities in one sitting as much as possible. So I'm not gonna do that. Brute force is the word. Oh, okay, this is actually getting interesting. Okay. Little delay. Kind of cool. We're gonna do a peak. So, by the way, the reason for these peaks, if you didn't know, so this is how you get vowel sounds. And if you actually want to test this for yourself, record a sample of your voice and shove it in your DAW and start putting a random peak. Just put a like plus 10 dB peak somewhere, and you'll just see how the format changes from that. Just like one peak, and you can change the Q all obviously, but this is literally what we're doing when we're doing these peaks. We're changing the format. Yes, it's really weird. Each vowel has its own format, so that's why you have this. You know the square with the E, I, A, all that crap. Like, I don't find it intuitive by any stretch, but they actually mapped out the vowels, including here. Here, if you go on the A, I don't know. Hold on. C. Okay, wait a second. No, this is the notes. Okay, vocal A. A. E. Yeah, that one's a stretch. I guess. Oh, yeah. You get that. It's interesting how like vowels are actually in the spectrum, so they're just peaks in the spectrum. I don't know, that's how us humans recognize what the hell we're saying, because we just like sort of memorized, oh, the person made the O vowel 530 240K, and now I know he's making the O sound. So he's surprised. Oh, So there you go. It's interesting. All right. I could get a Combs filter in here. Get some. Whew. It's kind of interesting. High pass doesn't sound as nice here. Okay, phaser helps with vowels too, because it turns out that it creates a bunch of, peaks and notches in your thing, so you can make it sound really human for some reason. This is interesting. Okay. Yeah, now you're getting the rhythm sort of virtual rights. By the way, I don't know if you guys struggle with this too. So I've tweeted about this, but so you got all these options for like $100+ US preset packs for Serum, right? So you got like, I'll just name a few here. So like cymatics, the nuclear, you got rocket powered sound, and they're $120 plus packs, and you just go like, what the hell? Like, that is crazy expensive. And the thing is, so presets are much like recipes, right? So you all probably know that if you go pull out a recipe on the internet for chocolate chunk cookies, you're gonna find a bunch of recipes, right? Some of them are good, some of them are not, but but they're mostly all the same. It's like flour, you know, sugar, chocolate chips, etc. So all the ingredients are there, and they're all pretty much similar. And it turns out, if you put the relative quantity of all of those things, you're gonna get chocolate chip cookies. Hey, guess what? What a surprise, Same thing with presets. So, the thing is, if you're gonna spend like all this money, buying this super expensive preset pack. Maybe it's for you, maybe, I don't know. But and then you're just gonna have these sort of mediocre recipes for these sounds. They're not yours, they're not tweaked. You don't even know how to make them. So, and it's just gonna take away all that like fun of like, hey, I figured this out by myself, So I think you gotta like be careful. You gotta like weigh pros and cons a little bit with that, So for me, it's just like, okay, so you're telling me I'm gonna have to pay 120 US, so it's gonna be 150 for me, Canadian. And then I'm just gonna sit around and click next preset for like 4 hours at least. And then why the hell should I bother trying to make a sound if I have the damn preset, right? So, other than if it's just for the sake of learning, but if you want to talk about learning, you could learn for free on YouTube. You don't have to pay $120 US to learn how to make a sound. You know what I'm saying? So you just need the basic recipe. You screw around, like the ballpark recipe, right? You screw around a little bit, and hey, next thing you know, you nailed the sound, and it's all on you, right? You figured it out, so it's awesome, So no thank you to Cymatics for that precise product, $120 for presets. Hell no. Don't become a preset junkie. Yeah, exactly. There's cheaper presets that sound better. Like, seriously. Anyways, yeah, I'm done. I'm done with that rant. Yo, I like this. Yo. Oh, yo, that's cool. That's kind of cool too. All right, so here we go. Okay, it's kind of cool. Not able to sound design with an arrow pointing at him or her. Okay. What do you want to create, I guess? I don't know any of this. I'm using other synths. Yeah, that's interesting. Like, but you can apply the same techniques for the most part. You just like in Serum, like you got the reverb filter. Like, if you want, you can screw around in Massive and tweak the reverb filter and the size and all that stuff. You can get some sort of similar stuff, but it's pretty unique to Serum. There's stuff like that. But for the most part, though, delays, OTT, like you don't need Serum for that, As long as you know what you're doing, All right. So I think I'll do individual notes. You have more control. This is something I learned from the Virtual Riot interview with Cymatics, where he did a live stream, an hour live stream. It's like not even a published thing, It was like uploaded and taken down, and like somebody else uploaded it. But yeah, he was just putting individual notes and adjusting the length, and it just changes sound. So it's important when you're doing sound design that you tweak that you know everything that you can possibly tweak. Because everything can be tweaked here. Anything that's tweakable is an option technically, right? It's just, yeah, you gotta think, like you gotta get your hands dirty a little bit, you know? All right, I like that. Not making dubstep. Quotes. Yeah, just look at the pros are doing and play around with that. Yeah, literally what everyone says, Lizard. I found another way. Not making dubstep. Huh. Okay, you're not making dubstep, so all right, makes sense. Can I do something like that? Oh. All right, so this is interesting. This is it without the reverb filter. Let's see again without the Huh, wait a second. That's kind of cool, actually. Yo, this, yeah. I like this yoink. Yeah, if you want like preset packs, also, you're gonna get a bunch of these like half-ass made sounds that aren't like tweaked. But the thing is, like, you have to do the tweaking for your own sounds to be unique. So, you know. All right. Maybe we could put a chain on there. Bring some stuff out. All right, could adjust the length a bit. Yeah, you see? This is how you get cool stuff. We'll just make a simple beat. So da 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 ba. Maybe we could get an interesting beat. I feel like this is how the Rotten was made by Zomboy. Like, it sounds very, very similar. All right. All right, so what does this sound like here? Kind of cool. Edward says, unbelievable how many times I tried to make a bass. I really cannot. So the weird thing here is that there's like a bunch of different kinds of basses. So, you know, first of all, if you just say, okay, I'm going to sit down and make a bass. So you have to kind of decide a little bit. Okay, like, is this a cooker? Is this a Reese? Is this a growl? You know, is this a yoink? Is this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just like sit down and say, okay, bass time. So that's going to help you a little bit if you start categorizing these things in your head and going like, okay, this is different from this, right? And okay, here's the other thing. If you want to make a bass, so sit down and pick a damn sound. Like, you know, go like, I don't know, if it's scary monsters and nice sprites, like go try to make a sound, like, you know, maybe the main growl, like yow, you know. So first of all, you start breaking it down a bit. You go like, okay, there's a pitch bend. Gotta do that, so that's a pitch bend right here. That's the first thing. And then, okay, like, is it a saw? Is it a square? It's not a square. I'll tell you that. I'll give you that hint. So, okay, and then there's a vowel, right? So, yow. Okay. Another hint, high pass filter and a peak. So, you just make the high pass filter, you just automate it. Just play with it. You'll see. You can make it go yow. So, that's a start, Put a phaser on there, Just, like, you start breaking it down a little bit. Because just approaching it saying, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do a bass. Like, it just can't do it, It's too ambitious, sort of. And not, like, practical, so. Oh, here's another one. Jesse Courts says, hey, Jesse. I found myself struggling to make full songs back when I was too focused on sound design. Many hours have passed before you know it. I still make my own sounds, but not as focused on the theory of it. Yeah, heck yeah. You can have the best sounds in the world. We all know someone who does, and not have the best songs, right? That's just a disaster. So, it's like putting a virtual riot preset in some crappy song, which we've all heard. It's like it just doesn't fit in. Like, it's not authentic in any way. Sounds like the Skrillex and Zomboy collab. Is that right? I don't know. That was the Ragabomb remix, right? Okay, I'm gonna try to do a quick first hit song. And yeah, by the way, I've noticed that using presets on the stream is kind of boring. Especially if I can manage making sounds quickly, and which I can, so we'll work with that instead of presets and samples. I feel like it's boring, just like do that on your own time, not like, what I'm saying? Unless the goal is just to produce as I would normally, which I can certainly do sometimes. Yeah, I had a debate with one of my profs. I remember telling this story about whether it's okay to use presets and stuff. And so here's the thing. My opinion at this point is yes, it's fine. Because it doesn't matter. If you just say, I'm going to create everything, we all know people who do that. And it's not that great, your own limitation is your choice not to use presets and whatever, But yeah, I know there's a huge camp on that. There's people that say no presets. There's people that say yes presets. The thing is, dubstep is all about using samples and presets and stuff like that. Like, just at least vocal samples, drum samples. Who the hell wants to sit around and make drums? Like, on average, Virtual riot, yeah, sure. I do it occasionally, but it's not like a passion, No one like grew up saying, "Hey, I want to make some drum sounds," So I don't know. Sorry. So what I was trying to do here is have a peek. Let's see. This sounds like a Jaws sound here. So maybe we could alternate a bit between these two guys. That's kind of cool, actually. Oh, it goes like that. Oh, hey. Can that work? Hold on now. So that was sticking out a bit too much with the other thing. Okay, and what if we took that all out? Maybe it could work. Yo. This is like super dub. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here we go. Yeah. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Here. Ba ba ba. Gotta change this guy. Alright, so that is pretty cool. Is there any variation here? No. So, alright, maybe do that. You can start playing with a bit of rhythm here. Play around with that. Hey. Ah. Okay, we could put it down a bit. I accidentally changed length too, which is good. Alright. All that matters in the end is final result. Absolutely. There are many great producers who create great tracks and still use presets. Yeah. However, I can understand the focus of sound design in genres like dubstep. Yeah, absolutely. In house, there seems to be a taboo around using presets. Really? Is that right? Well, not in the time of Avicii. Because I know that in house, Silent is a super popular synth, and people use Silent mostly because the presets. There's amazing preset packs for Silent for that kind of music, so I don't know. Do you know any good source of dubstep vocals? I'm talking about shouts and samples used by various artists. So they're used to, okay, the go-to place sort of before for that was like Vengeance, Prime Loops, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, what else? Prime Loops had some Rasta vocals and shout vocals, I believe. They might not still be up, but if you want, there's Splice too. There's a bunch of new things. But so the thing is, 90% of those samples are cringy as hell, like 95%. So, you know, either you find a way to, you know, use a cringy sample and turn it into a non-cringy sample by like editing it or something, or you just find that gem, that 1 in 1,000 sort of, or 1 in 100, like amazing sample that no one's used, you know. So it's tough, you know. I love Leonard Digital. Yeah. So I'm not super familiar. Is that a guy, or is he like Steve Duda where he like created his own synth, or is it a company? Well, it's obviously a company, but you know. All right. Here's an interesting thing. So when you work in a genre like dubstep or any genre, like you have to pay attention to the trends and the things that make the genre sort of unique. So I know I say genre like I'm saying jeans, but one thing that was super huge for a long time in dubstep and that made it unique was these sort of laser things. And it might be a shock to some of you to realize that, but these sort of weird laser zaps and delay, just full of delay effects, So that was a huge thing for a long time, and so if you're able to properly implement that, you'll get sort of the approval of the people who sort of were before you, because they'll go like, oh yeah, look, the guy's actually well cultured, like he's, what I'm saying, like. It's just stuff like that. I don't know. This wasn't perfect, but you know what I'm saying. So maybe more like little hits here. So maybe I can work on this guy a little bit. I want it to be more robotic, more, I don't know what's the other word. More like systematic, I guess. Yeah, cool. All right. Okay, this needs delays. It needs to go like ping pong a little bit. So the chorus. Okay, it's not bad. I'll just add it on top of all that stuff. So let's try this first. So a random time. Is that good? Nah. Let's synchronize it here. Too fast. How about this? Yeah, anyways. You know what I'm saying? Ah! I haven't played enough with this stuff, so if I look like a fool, I am. Okay, there you go. I like that. I'm gonna put more kicks here. I like that. I like rhythm. Okay, here, I think this should be a separate sound. So I'll just duplicate, take all that crap out. Here we go. And so we'll play around with it a little bit. Yeah, I mean, samples that have been used by artists already that people already know. Yeah. I think it's cool to reference to other tracks in my music. Yeah, definitely. Drop the bass. Look at this.
Drop the bass. Drop the bass.
This is the Skrillex Cinema pre-vocal thing. Yeah. Damn, didn't think of it like that. Yo, what's up, Hyperlist? Welcome to the stream. Long time no see, man. Stereozo, what's up? Nice to see ya. How did you start learning to use your DAW? Yeah. I'm having a hard time to create anything dubstep like in FL Studio. Woo, that's a tough one. Well, when I started in FL Studio, I was not creating dubstep, but I think, so the thing is, I was using sort of presets at the beginning, and I think that's the way you gotta go, because that's how Virtual Riot sort of started, because how do you start creating amazing presets unless you were just a consumer of amazing presets for a while, right? It's like, you can't just come up with that. We're not geniuses, and it'd be super Like, do you want to spend 10 years learning how to make presets, you know, by yourself just to be able to say you did? It's like, no, right? Use presets at the beginning, like learn what the rate does, you know. You gotta like learn synthesis a bit. And synthesizers, like, guess what? Dubstep is all synthesizers, right? For the most part. So you have to, you know, unfortunately, if you're afraid of it, you're gonna have to start learning sound design. Hey, sounds pretty good. Thank you. Rate up. Been doing fine on MacBook Pro. Yeah, you just switched from Windows to Mac. That's always interesting. You still got the I'm on Mac too. If you guys, yeah, you guys noticed from the big dock, yeah. But yeah, I used to be a Windows guy, and I had to buy this MacBook for when I studied music for a while. So like it was actually a requirement. So that's why I did the switch, and I like it. Great to see you stream again. By the way, watching you for quite some time, and your sound design tips a few years ago helped a lot. Hey, awesome, dude. I'm happy to help, you know. I actually cringe when I watch my old videos, so it's I guess it's good to know that they helped. All right. Okay, I'll try to do. I'm not getting quite the movement that I want out of this currently, so okay, I'll put the delay after. No ping pong. Maybe I could go up higher and go lower. Yeah, that's cool actually. The damp is pretty dank. All right, before the filter it is. Sounds like a laser zap kind of. All right. Can I put a layer? Yeah, I kind of want to put a layer here. You know what? I crafted some pews. Yeah, so this kind of thing. So I kind of like that. I just this is the virtual riot stream I was talking about with cymatics. Just Google that, and so I created a bunch of like pews or yoinks. So I'll just use that as layer. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, there's that's too much. All right. Oh yeah, another thing you got to do if you want to start making tracks and enjoying it is just you have to let go of the idea of perfection, man. Like, you know, it's too high a standard. You gotta make some crappy music before you make good music. But then again, I still make crappy music. Everyone, like Zomboy, still makes crappy music. Not published, but you know, this is the process, right? It's not every note you touch just is amazing, you know. Using automation lane like piano roll. Cringing at your older videos is a good sign. It means you've improved your skills. Yeah, that's a good point. I've become more self-aware, I guess. That peak is giving me a bit of a headache. The peak. Oh, do you mean this thing? I don't know. All right. Well, this was an interesting drop to make, I guess. Occupy. All right. So yeah, well, this was interesting. Maybe we could try to work on a little build up, and then I think I'll call it a day. Yeah, let's do that. Just quick. I'll leave it unquantized. Doesn't have to be perfect here. In fact, this is better like that. All right. Oh, wait a second. Okay. All right, just generating some material here. We'll see. This is a bit delayed here. Okay. It's actually interesting. So if this was going to be a thing, I'd have to low pass it because it's a build up. So I get started with that. Oh yeah, I remember making a video back a while ago why I switched from FL to Ableton, and I think I completely butchered my opportunity at making a good video there. Like, I think, like, I didn't put out the, you know, the best reasons for doing it, but maybe I should take that thing down and like make a new video, because the reasons are just, yeah, I don't know. Just wanted to put that out there because I think it's a personal decision that people should, you know, consider for themselves. But the thing is, you know, FL is like the popular DAW that everyone is like recommending to everyone. And so if you start off in FL, you know, you may not know that there was other options. So, you know, it puts people in kind of a crappy situation like that. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Let's quantize it. Ba-dum. Let's do that. All right, something like that. Okay, what if we did eighth notes? Okay, and if I layered some saw wave lower. I like that. And we could do a noise, little noise thing. Okay, back to the quarter notes. Nah, this is better. Yeah. So interesting. This is actually not a bad alternative to FL. This guy just resized the pattern clip without leaving the window. Oh yeah. Are you resize the pattern without leaving the window? I don't know. Are you considering making these streams a regular thing again? Absolutely. Heck yeah. I always love seeing them. Yeah, I appreciate you guys being here, man. It's really awesome. So, oh yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys. So, okay, I have this microphone, right? And so I've had it for a while. And so I just wasn't happy with the sound that was coming out of it. So each mic has a frequency response, and your voice sounds different through multiple different mics. You can listen to mic shootouts on YouTube if you want to find a mic that, you know, is suitable for you. But basically, what I ended up doing to make it sound better, I'll just show you guys. So I have an ozone chain. I don't know. I hope it doesn't stop, but yeah, so I have an ozone chain. It's kind of weird. Just don't copy the settings. But like I had to do some EQing, some crazy EQing on this mic. And I have a limiter too to boost the volume. But basically, the mic itself wasn't sort of amazing. So like if ever you sort of wonder like, hey, I like this guy's audio, you know, like why, you know, I should get this mic. It's like, watch out, man, because you got no idea what you're signing up for with if you get this mic. So, but yeah, basically, oh yeah, and here's another thing. So I noticed my voice sounds way crappier when there's a pop filter. Check this out. I was able to take this thing off, just unscrewing it, but check. So, hello, what is going on, guys? So I just find it adds such a crappy quality. I don't know if it's the fact that, you know, my mouth's so close to the damn thing, or if it's because my voice is projected through this sort of fabric, and like there's so much attenuation that it just changes the sound in an awful way. So this mic sounds better without a pop filter, turns out. And I'm careful with the pops too, right? Like I don't try to do it on purpose. It's not, you know, so anyways. This is crappy. This pop filter, nope, not for me. So yeah, if ever you want to, you know, start looking into mics for stuff, yeah, I don't know. I definitely recommend just doing a little bit of research, you know, going like, hey, wait a second, what are people saying about this mic? What are, what's a, you know, voice? Look, there's people that literally do mic shootouts. There's Podcast Stage, there's Booth Junkie, so those guys are freaking awesome for that. You know, you can hear their voice on a bunch of different microphones. So, and by the way, if you go in a recording studio and you're a singer or something, or a guitarist, well, the guy has a closet of microphones, and so, you know, he's gonna pick if your voice is too harsh, let's say, he'll pick a softer microphone, maybe like the SM7B, I don't know. But, you know, so you just have to, you know, use the appropriate mic for the appropriate voice. I wouldn't say that this particular mic here, it sounds good, like overall, but it doesn't, like raw, without any processing, I don't find it particularly makes my voice sound nice. Anyways, can you show the mic without the ozone? Yeah, well, yeah, I can do that. Here, I'll take it off. It's going to be weird. Like, I'm going to have to match the sound. Check. Okay, let's bypass. One sec, guys. Check. All right, so do you guys hear it now? This is without processing, as you can see, because it's bypassed. I don't know. And especially I was up here with a pop filter. So I just, it's a world of difference, right? When you start like making like incremental improvements like that. So gotta put it back. Yeah, one sec. All right. So, all right. What's up? Yeah, I don't want to like make it too loud or anything. Okay, thanks for coming to the stream, guys. It was a blast as usual. So we'll see each other in the next stream. It's usually spontaneous. I give a warning on Twitter. But if you want, you can hit the notifications button and hit the subscribe and like if you liked it, you know. So all right, thanks guys. I'll see you later. Have a nice day. Cheers.